Hello, hello. We are here with Terra Nullius. And you guys have got just a little taste of what the new intro thing is going to look like. I've been hard at work figuring out all of the ins and outs of making something like that work. It's not done yet, but I'm pretty proud of it so far. Okay, we're here with episode 52 of Terra Nullius. Are you guys excited? You guys excited for Terra Nullius? I know I am.
Depends on what you mean by excited, I guess, for some people.
I mean,
Fair.
I'm excited to hopefully not have to participate in what's about to happen.
I'm really nervous. I have no distinct feelings about this.
I mean, I don't think you have a choice in some sense.
Okay, but let's go ahead and figure out what
Two goals.
what goals are.
I just need to get some XP.
I know. Okay, so let's go through your character goals. Let's revisit where we are with these characters. It's been like a month since we played. So
Seriously.
let's.
Character goal for Ari: revive Buck.
I mean, Tepen or Tepuma Ingsali.
I have
goals.
3 goals,
Mhm.
as everyone else does.
As
so.
everyone else does. Yeah.
Get revenge on the 7 serpents, which
Yep.
I'm still working on.
That's what I got.
Protect Raya,
Mhm.
and find shiny new toys.
Ooh.
I don't remember. Last time, did I technically get more of that stone?
Yes,
Oh,
from the
you-
helmet.
the bone,
I
you
think
mean?
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got more of that.
Okay. I didn't have
so-
it written down in my stuff, but I'm
So
pretty
let's-
sure I had it.
Yeah, let's word that. Find
Oh!
a shiny new toy because then we know we have a definite accomplishment of that.
I know I do now have 2 rings of control, so that makes sense. So yeah.
Well, 2 rings that you think might mind control someone if you put them on them. You have not tested this yet.
No, I haven't.
No, you have not.
You know what? No, I'm not. Nope, not gonna try it on party members. Sounds like a bad idea.
Yep, that sounds like
If
another
this was
betrayal, and Raya would just kill you at that point.
if this was Toity would totally be like, Darius, let's try this out.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
He would be more than honored.
Oh, I miss Toity so much.
So,
He's dead, Seth.
I
Get
know he's
over him.
dead, but I miss him. He was so much fun
Wow.
to play.
He's a great
dead,
character.
Jim.
Yep. All right, Raya. What are your goals?
I'm trying to decide if wording any of these differently will help make sure I get XP this session.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna stick with them, I guess.
Okay.
Kill Mazayol,
Yep. Working on it.
learn what Faustino's mission is.
Right, because you're trying to grill
And-
his hirelings. Yeah.
Yes. And attempt to make Cebu fall in love with me. ... again. ... but not really.
Cool. Ari.
Come to a decision with what I want with Samuel. Finish attuning to my magic item and protect those I love. I will help save Buck is what I'm adding on to that. So that's like my
Mhm.
condition now.
Right.
Obviously, I can't save him, but I will help save him. I find a way to save him.
Yeah.
You'll find a way.
Did you say that you
Find a way.
did you say that you still have finish attuning to the tendril of the dark sun still?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Cool. Yep. Then all my goals are the same for you. Darius Deathnell.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, wait, don't we have someone else that we have to do goals for? Then I realized he's kind of
He's a god now. He
Yeah.
has goals, but you guys don't know them, and he doesn't get XP for them.
Would you say that they're god-sized goals?
Yeah. Is that supposed to be funny?
Are you not? Have you not heard that?
Is that a reference?
Yeah,
No, I
like
haven't.
there's like a lot of people are like, when you make goals, make sure they're god-sized goals.
Right.
And it's like, the kind of it's like the what's his name? The guy who wrote The Circle Maker.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
You know who I'm
about.
talking about. Anyway, figure out what's
And-
different with Clement. Atone.
Yep.
Whatever that means next. And put
Well,
a
you need to
dent.
get some silver powder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Put an end to the death apocalypse.
Cool stuff. Yeah, everybody's goals are pretty much the same. Real quick, just as a refresher of what's going on, it is the 21st of January. Because you have had 1.5 days of travel. That's what you did last session. You've been going down the river in some canoes with some sailors, with Clement, and I forgot their name, Samuel and Cebu. And you are on your way to steal/persuade Navarro to give you boats. Yeah, you're gonna go down the
We're
river,
just gonna
find
go
the
with
camp
it.
again, and just find out how you
We
can
didn't betray
get a
you,
boat.
Navarro, so give us a boat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But you still have to get through most of the Yolotli Basin before you get there. So, you guys just, were on the river, and there was a village under attack. It was yuan-ti village. You guys were like, "Hey, let's go check it out." And then a 4-hour battle ensued. And you guys saved one yuan-ti and her child. The rest got horribly murdered. But then you were like, "Hey, let's come with us, and we'll find another yuan-ti village, and you can help us persuade them to join us to kill Mazayol." Right? Yeah. And then that's kind of where we left off. So we see a fast-flowing river, a jungle landscape, and 3 canoes.
Can we rewind a little bit?
Okay, yeah. Is there a
Is that all
conversation
right?
that needs to have?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I realized after last session, Ari would not just let this thing go.
Okay, yeah. So we see the aftermath, right, of the battle. We see these large undead giants just like scattered about. Their helmets having been like torn off to be scavenged by Tapu Magzali. We see lots of gross little zombie things and a couple of like discarded skulls that have since the flame has been put out on them. And I assume you guys applied holy water to them because you know how to do that now, and that they regenerate if you don't. You guys figured that out last time you met them, so I'm not gonna make you like.
I know we never
have to
forget
remember.
anything.
No.
Yeah,
no,
never.
Well, I mean, your characters are smarter than you guys are, so that's just the assumption.
Definitely.
Raya's
Preach.
not smarter than me.
I mean, Ari is definitely smarter than me.
Darius is unfortunately smarter than me.
Oh, come on, Darius.
Tapuma has a +15 for persuasion.
Definitely more persuasive than you. Yeah.
Darius is better at not dying than me. I'm gonna take a guess.
I don't know.
Seeing as
I was
you have
saying,
not died
I
at
died-
all, and Darius has died once,
I
don't think that's true.
He also has gotten back up from getting nearly killed a bunch, though. So
Yeah, but it's different to say I'm better at not dying and better at like staying alive in a fight, right? Like just not dying in general. Jordan happens to be better at that because he's never died.
I mean, this is true.
He's died to his sin.
That's true.
Preach.
But anyway, so we see that broken landscape, the fight, the battlefield, and then we see Ari doing whatever she's doing next.
So we rewind and I say, not worth it? ? Because Raya has just said, we will decide if it's worth it or not to revive him later. And Ari just stands up and just says, you gave one of those diamonds to the dragon.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Trust me, I just watched this.
Someone did.
I gave a diamond of lesser value to the dragon.
Well, then you shouldn't have done any of that. No, it was a
Did
50.
you-
I'm
yeah.
positive it was
Yeah,
like
I'm
an
pretty sure it
actual-
was just one of the actual diamonds. Yeah.
Yes.
I really don't think so. Because I had
Did
4
you?
diamonds worth 50 gold. And I'm pretty sure I gave it one of those. And the Revivify ones are worth 300.
Okay. All right, that's
I
a
wouldn't have
possibility.
done that.
I didn't know.
I
you
had to use the diamonds that fight to revive Mickey.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
I actually, I do
Okay,
remember.
well
what
then,
Emma said.
okay,
She did use
okay.
the
If
lesser
that's
diamond.
true, then I'm gonna say something different then, because I've already
That's
thought
fine.
about like if that didn't actually
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that did, but all right, that's fine.
That's fine.
She'll say not worth it. Fine. Then I think Cebu would like to know why you messaged him in the first place.
Oh. Oh my.
I'm a desperate woman, Raya Olafemi.
Yeah, yeah,
And she
You're
says
gonna
this
do
out
what you
loud,
want.
like for everybody to hear.
yeah.
You're gonna do what you want anyway.
I won't unless you do this. Please, Raya.
Real
Look.
quick, is this a thing that Araya could be persuaded of with a roll?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You set the DC in your head, or say it out loud. Either one's fine. And Ari, persuasion check.
Okay, wait. Let me think.
Okay.
I wanna be fair and set the DC before the roll happens.
Yeah.
To think. Because it's got to be pretty good.
Gosh, if I fail this, she's telling him everything. Oh, gosh.
This is not how I thought this session was gonna go, but all right.
Nope, but yep.
Are you? If I had thought about it, I probably would have seen this coming a mile away. But I chose to not think about it, so I wouldn't be stressed.
Yeah.
Why do you think I've been stressed about this session?
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mhm. No.
Obviously, yeah. Okay, so Raya, say what you would have said if that was persuasive.
Look, Ari, you're gonna do what you want anyway, but at this point, we have 4 chances to bring people back. This is a fight bigger than one animal, and we need people. I just can't do it.
Make a persuasion roll to see if that calms Ari down at all.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm curious. Like, because right now, like, I'm curious, like, if she would listen to reason or not. Ooh. Okay. Okay, she doesn't say anything to Cebu. But she's just.
But obviously, you said
but
that.
obviously,
out loud.
she's fuming and she said it out loud, and Cebu can hear. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
When exactly is this happening?
Like after the battle.
Right after the battle.
And so Darius has gone off to like find that yuan-ti woman, right?
So I'm probably like scavenging these corpses, like watching, like,
exactly.
what the heck is happening?
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, she'll try other things later, not with Raya, but she'll try other things.
So you still have Buck at Gentle
I mean, if we
Repose,
find a mine of diamonds, I'm totally fine with doing it. It's just.
I know, but to Ari, like, this is her everything right now. Like, Buck has been the
I know,
only.
Samuel
like,
means nothing.
No, like, so I think Ari does say, like, I think, like, her voice kind of breaks a little bit again, and she just says, Buck has been the only stable thing in my life since I've gotten here. So if that means nothing
Okay,
to you,
Ari.
then that's fine. And then she just picked
Okay,
picks
Ari, as the person
Buck up.
who's been with you since we've started this thing.
Yeah, but you haven't been stable in Ari's life.
I've been here.
Yeah, but you haven't been stable.
I mean, that's just true in general about Raya, that she's not stable.
Right.
But...
So but she's just saying he's the only thing that's been stable in my life for like
and
ever.
all Raya would hear is just like, he's been like, to her that just means he's been here the whole time, and she's just like, I've been here longer. Like, that argument is making it seem worse.
Yeah.
Well, she would say he's the only stable thing in my life, but
yeah.
Okay. If
Cool.
that's how she takes it, then that's how she takes it. But,
yeah. So you walk away, and then we have that whole thing with Darius. And then is the plan still to, take the woman with
take
you
her to a village
and go down to the next village? And is the plan legitimately to try to talk to the people in that village and like get them to join you, or just like drop her off?
I think we should.
I think we should find out if there's like, fighters kind of people in the village, as opposed to just a bunch of people that I don't think is really gonna help our cause, or if they know of some like yuan-ti militia that exists that would be willing to help us.
Yeah. Okay. So we see you all starting to, paddle again down the river. You get another hex down, and we get a shot as you guys are like packing up and putting your stuff back in the canoes, taking the woman with you. Darius is saying words of comfort and like getting her into the canoe, and she's holding her child and making sure that he's not like crying.
This is yuan-ti, right?
Yep. And we
How
see
snaky is this child?
they're
I'm just
very
interested.
not snaky. Yeah.
Cool.
So they're about as far away from snakes as you can get. Their just skin is slightly tinged green, and there's a couple of snaky sort of angularities about their eyes and face and stuff.
They grow into the snakiness.
That's one way to look at it. You could ask her. If you want to know more about yuan-ti, like biology and culture, this is the time to ask. But yeah, so we see a shot of Sabu just kind of like looking at Raya, like kind of confused and just like, because he's thinking about what Ari said, but he's not the sort of person who's just going to be like, Raya, I demand to know what the reason is. So we just see that shot, and then you guys paddle down, get another hex. So you come within sight of another village, and it's not on fire. This one's like not being attacked.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
thank
at least there's
goodness.
that. And what was it? You guys, I think you guys rolled last time. Was it you guys could get 3 hexes done today? Because you got an extra hex. Let's look at the roll. I think it's back here
I don't
somewhere.
remember.
Because you can
Been so
re-roll.
Yeah, I really don't remember.
You can roll.
So wait, just curious. So when we get, because we're at this village now, right? Because we still need.
You're about to get there,
I
yeah.
haven't done any. I haven't upped my HP or anything like that because we haven't.
Oh yeah,
touched it.
go ahead and reset all your stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
no.
We haven't had a
No.
long rest.
You haven't
I was
had a
gonna
long
say,
rest
we
unless you
haven't
just
gotten
take
a
a long
long
Okay,
rest.
well, in that case,
You
I
can
have
take
no idea how many spells I have left because you said it was the next day. So
No,
I
because
changed
it's the first day, or it's the same day as we ended last time. There was just a day and a half that from the beginning of last session to this session.
well,
Because you had 1 day of travel and then a half day of travel and then you got to the village. So, but that's all right. We can, if you want to, we can just say you guys haven't quite reached the village and you take a long rest, and then
if that's cool, because I don't
yeah, that's fine.
have. I
The
have no idea how many spells
the
I
distance between this and the village doesn't matter that much, so it was
Okay.
just for.
Well, let's just
yeah,
do that. Let's just make
That's
it
totally fine.
easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
have. I was like,
doesn't matter.
I mean, probably we'd want a long rest after that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so go ahead and restart your stuff. And it looks like you didn't roll successfully on the thing anyway. So
it's fine.
so you've gone your 2 hexes for the day anyway, and so that's the whole day. So now it's the 22nd of January. Is there anything going on? Conversations that need to be had, or move on to the next day?
I might ask Darius about Buck just because I'm kind of confused about everything that's going on.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it's an animal.
Why is this
like-
important?
I mean, actually, and I guess trying to think, like, in Tabaxi culture, would that be like a thing of like having animals as pets, or?
And if you have rangers, magical rangers like exist in other places, then yes. And I don't think that would be too far-fetched to consider Tabaxi having rangers.
Maybe I'm just curious, like, what's so special about this animal? Like, I get like animals are important to people, but like, I don't know. I guess I'd ask.
Yeah, you can just ask. Yeah.
So I'll say I'd go up to Darius as we're going there. It was like, Darius,
You step in.
this Buck, it's special to Ari.
And Darius kind of, his face kind of lowers and he ducks his head down a little bit and he shakes his head yes. Yes, Buck is very important to Ari.
Why? Why? I mean,
I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
I don't know. She's weird.
She just likes animals. She sleeps next to him all the time. It's really weird.
I mean,
She's
that
dirty. She sleeps
Dirty.
next to
She sees
him, and she's
she's
not
a
Christian.
Christian.
it's just because you're like, I mean, that animal is native here, not, and you're not. She can't have known it for that long. She must have known you longer than the animal. I'm not sure I quite understand.
I think there's a special place in Ari's life for Buck. Buck could never make a decision to run away from her. Buck wouldn't do that. I think Ari does not like placing her trust in too many things. I think that Buck was one of the few things that she trusted to always be there for her.
Have there
It's
been
true.
others that haven't?
Say that again?
Have there been others that haven't?
That like haven't been there for her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is funny, me asking, because I know how true it is, especially since he's asking Darius.
We get a flashback of all the people that Ari feels have failed her in some way, shape, or form.
Darius just nods his head. Possibly too many to count. And there's a special bond between rangers and their animals. In fact, I remember the day that we found Buck. And he was just a small... how old was he? Like,
He was
how
a baby.
He
Yeah.
was in his nest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
took him
What
from
do you
his
call?
nest.
What do you call a baby
He-
pteranodon?
A
chick?
baby pteranodon? I don't know.
Pteranodon chick.
Pteranodon chick. Okay, yeah. He was just a chick. Sounds so weird.
Especially in that accent, it just sounds silly.
He was just a chick.
You can just say baby.
Okay, Mr.
Yes.
Lunt.
He was only. He was only.
Oh, so it's a hatchling.
He was just a cheek.
Suddenly,
Oh yeah, probably a hatchling. Yeah, I guess Carly said in chat.
Darius's accent becomes more and more of the area that we're actually in.
I mean, I feel like Darius has like gone into Mr. Lunt voice at some times.
I mean, it's hard not to.
You're not wrong, actually. That makes sense now.
Next, he will
Darius
be singing about
is
greasy foods.
What did you say?
Next, he will be singing about greasy foods. Like his cheeseburger, for example.
I know. I'm just trying to think of like a good parody
And
of that.
Carla said in chat, and belly buttons.
And belly buttons, that's very true. Yeah. No. Yeah, lack thereof, yeah.
Baby, he needs to tell you something. I can't sing it that like, baby, he needs to tell you something. I didn't roll a natural 20. Natural 20.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Where were we in this conversation?
I don't know.
So I was telling
Oh, wait.
Kevin about Buck.
Yeah.
You were delving into Ari's inner psyche very well.
Mhm.
And then
It's
she
not that hard to
started
figure
singing.
out.
So, yeah, okay, that's probably where the conversation ended. He's just like, yeah, he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Is this so this is first thing in the morning, like while we're traveling, or
Or late at night.
Late at night.
This-
Okay, if it's late at night, then I go to talk to Sabu.
Yeah, it was like the evening that I was suggesting.
Or
yeah.
or here, I want to roll would it be like insight for me to be able to like notice that he noticed what Ari
Oh yeah,
said?
yeah, insight for sure. Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
But
No.
Do it again.
Nice. 13. Okay. 13. It's not like he's trying to hide it, but also 13 isn't a lot. I think it's just shy of noticing. Yeah.
Dang it. It's just like how neither of us can lie to each other. We also
Exactly.
can't tell anything about each other. This
Mhm.
is so awful. Okay, then I would just go and try and talk to him like normal and try and
Yeah.
chat him up about, wow, you were so good fighting. It's annoying that we have to keep doing this, trying to find
Yeah.
people to help us.
Okay, yeah, make a persuasion check at disadvantage
Okay.
because you're unaware of his emotional state.
As good as the last time. Come on.
Oh, a 7. Yeah,
no.
so I think by the time you get like halfway through like an attempt at conversation and he gives you terse one word responses, right? You obviously notice something's wrong. Do you press it further? Like he's,
Yeah.
helping set up the fire or something and you're trying to talk to him and he's just like, sure, right? Like, or no, just in answer to whatever your questions you're asking.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, are you okay? What's going on? Do you need something?
I'm fine. I'm
You wanna
just a
snack,
little
a nap?
tired. A little tired, yes. And food would be good. I don't feel like talking right now, Raya. That's all.
Sorry, I'll let you be by yourself then.
I would
Kind
appreciate
of.
that.
Go and start preparing some food.
For Raya. And the thing is, like, you
I
haven't gotten
just
it.
don't know.
You don't know why he's actually acting like that. Maybe you
And
didn't even
he
realize
won't
that he
tell me.
overheard that conversation, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would try to talk to Sabu.
To Sabu? Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so maybe you notice that exchange, right? And then maybe you go up and
I want to
try
like
talk
pull him
Sabu.
to the side.
Okay, yeah.
N-
What's wrong, Ari?
Can you cast the spell
What spell?
to revive Buck? She
Oh.
says like it's obvious.
Yeah. And he obviously didn't pay attention. He had no idea what you're talking about, but once you say it, he's like, oh, right, of course. And let me double check. I'm pretty sure he can. I mean, he's just a cleric.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Revivify.
Revivify, it's level 3, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cleric, so he has all the spells available to him. He just has to prepare them. So, yeah, I mean, he nods slowly, and then he says, I don't have any diamonds, though.
I could get it for you.
He kind of like chews on his lip a little bit when you say that, and he says, are you
Because if he heard
positive-
that part, he overheard the whole conversation
Exactly.
of why I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
Right.
He's like, are you positive that was... Raya seemed to make it very clear that she didn't want... I don't think I'd... well... He just kind of stutters a little bit.
And Ari just kind of sighs and she just says, Sabu, have you ever lost the most important thing to you in your life?
I don't know if I have a most important thing in my life, Ari.
Quick
So-
question: where's this this conversation is happening near the fire?
No,
No,
I pulled
Ari-
him aside.
Pull him aside.
Okay. But was he like near the fire when this was happening?
When Raya's conversation with him was happening, yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to see if I would have seen this happening, I maybe would have tried to like sneak and listen
And
in.
listen to the conversation. Yeah, make a stealth roll and then Ari
Oh.
perception, because he's not very perceptive. So at least I don't think so.
23. I rolled
Ooh,
terribly and
gosh,
got us 23.
I have to get a natural 20 to beat
Well,
to
I'll
beat
roll
this.
I'll roll for him too, because he had +5 anyway.
Nope.
No. Okay. Yeah. So you're listening to this conversation, and they don't know. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, he says, "I don't think I have something that's the most important to me, Ari. I wouldn't know what that feels like."
She just kind of sighs with it. She's like, I'm sure you do, Cebu. You just don't realize what's the most important thing to you until you lose it.
I imagine you're right.
I've lost the most important thing to me multiple times. First, it was my father,
Ooh.
Daniel.
No, I'm sorry. Just
Then-
keep going.
then Darius. Because I did lose him at one point.
I know. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm thinking how Teppan is processing
right, how Teppan's
this.
processing
He's like, wait, what? But he's right there.
Yeah,
Right.
and Cebu frowns too because he doesn't quite understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But
I mean, and she doesn't go into detail.
Yeah,
She just
exactly.
is like, then Mickey. And now Buck.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't press you further to like explain that, so he just nods. Listen, Arya, I understand that you've lost people, and Buck was important to you, but I don't think. And now you can say something else and make a roll to try to convince him.
Basically, the last thing she's going to say is, do you want to hear what I was going to say yesterday? Yes or no? Or this morning?
Right, and so you want to imply that you'll tell him if he
Well,
agrees to cast the
what-
spell for you?
well, what I'm implying is, do you want to hear it? Yes or no? I want to hear his answer.
Okay, well, you just say that then. And he kind of flushes, and he looks at you again. He's chewing on his lip, and he says, "Yes."
I'll tell you if you do it for me.
Okay, make a persuasion roll.
I would tell him if I knew he wanted to ask me.
See, because her thing was, if he said no, she was going to say, if you don't do it, then I will tell you.
Right.
That was going to be her persuasion. I need advantage on this roll.
I saw the DC in my head.
So bad. I need advantage, but I don't know what to say to get advantage. Okay. God, I have no more of Ari's backstory to give. It's all
Is
there.
there any
It's all
Buck
out there.
backstory?
And that's
Does
that's
Buck
fair.
have backstory?
No,
Again-
we literally have had that the entire time.
I know.
So one of the things to remember, right, is now we have these like flash sideways that we can do. So if you want to tell us something about alternative Ari, right, that's something you can do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think alternative Ari.
What about her relationship with Buck? Because Darius has already established that he was there whenever they got Buck.
I
But
mean, I
you
think
guys
her
all end
rel-
up dying. So
I think
yeah.
her relationship with Buck was the same. I think the thing that's different from this Ari to the different Ari is obviously she has the dragon scales.
Yeah.
And she has part sorcerer because she has made peace with a dragon. Like that's like what she has to basically like, I don't know the exact words to put it, but she has to like, they both have to mutually like agree to like be friends or something,
Right,
something,
yeah.
they have to say that, we are going to be peaceful with each other. Like there's no animosity here anymore. And I think the difference between this Ari and last Ari was that when Ix was under Toidy's control the first time, was that during that time she and Ix talked. And
Right.
that's how it happened. That's how she
That's
found
how you
out that
became a
she could
dragon
ta-
sorcerer?
That's how she tapped
Yeah.
into the dragon magic,
Yeah.
was through
Oh, are
communing,
you?
was talking
That's.
through Ix.
Thank you for that. Cool. Yeah, take inspiration.
Okay, come on. Double ones. Cebu wants to hear it from me.
Dang it!
No, that's not enough.
I just can't roll persuasion.
No, persuasion's really bad for you.
Why?
Okay. I mean, you had a
God,
0, so that was just pure
annoying.
random chance.
This is so annoying.
Okay.
God.
So
With
You
as
say-
many persuasion rolls as Ari makes, she really needs to invest in like persuasive.
well, what can
boots or
what can she invest in?
something.
She needs some sort of magic item at this point.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Like, that's
she
it.
needs like boots of persuasion or like
Persuasive, really
So
cool.
annoying.
or just
like
like someone who
persuasive
can persuade
chapstick. That's
for
what she
her.
needs.
Hire someone to just do all of her persuasion.
Exactly. Yeah.
Darius is in the market.
Hire a hype man.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
just so
take powdered
mad right
silver.
now.
So anyway, that happens, and Cebu thinks about it for a very, very long moment.
So long the day turns or the night
No.
turns to day.
And then he kind of like awkwardly coughs, like clears his throat. No, Ari, I don't think that would be right.
No,
Raya
I
has
know
made
it
it.
wouldn't. I know it wouldn't be right.
Raya has made it clear that she doesn't want to waste resources. And I'm not saying that I agree with her or that I disagree with her. I don't know my opinion on the matter, but I'm not going to jeopardize. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm sorry.
Ari just walks away. I don't even think she waits for I'm sorry.
Poor Ari.
Tepin is going to follow.
I thought you were
Ari.
about to say Tepin is going to fart, and I'm like, what?
Why is that relevant?
That's extraordinarily specific.
Wait, actually, how far away could I have been and still been able to hear them? Okay,
I
better
think
question.
he needs to make a perception roll to see how much he hears.
Sure, yeah, make a perception roll just to see
Oh.
how much of that you heard.
Because I wanted to be.
It's not going to be super high just because you got a really good stealth, so you could have gotten pretty close.
Oh, so this will mainly be. So maybe this will be how close I would have had to have been.
Well, you basically the DC on this perception isn't going to be super high because you had a good stealth, and so you could have gotten closer. And then because you were in that close position, this is how much you heard based on your perception. So
Well,
So
there goes
Okay.
my.
you didn't hear anything.
Well, there
I
goes
mean,
my
you
opportunity
heard
to help.
something.
Wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
So
Darius. Wah, 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 wah.
yeah, I think the one thing out of that whole conversation that you heard was basically, do you want to hear what Raya?
Okay, well then there goes
gonna say.
my opportunity. I was literally, depending on everything what she said, I was actually about to help, but now I can't.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So you just couldn't get close enough without revealing yourself to actually hear enough. So
Oh, well.
okay, yeah. So that happened. So
Dang it! I was about to have so
that's
much
so sad.
fun.
We probably should have just said you had advantage on the roll since you got such a good stealth check, but I guess the lower DC would.
Yeah.
would-
Yeah. No, I don't think advantage makes sense because
You should have said anything, Alyssa.
yeah, you're the one who said, "Oh, you should roll to see how much
Well,
you
because
heard."
I don't. Ari
I
doesn't
know
want
you
to
don't
talk
want
to
it. Yeah,
anybody.
I get it. Yep. So it's the 22nd of January. We move on, and you guys go another. Someone roll a D100 for me if you guys are still moving at a fast pace. If not, then you don't have to. But
I think we said fast pace.
Yeah.
Because
And we figured out that there's no reason not to because it's not like we're stealthing down the river,
No,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So someone just roll a D100.
Oh, I
for
mean,
me.
so I can still cast Pass Without Trace. It lasts an hour, but that's not very long. Though.
Yeah,
But we're looking for the village.
right.
It's not like
that's
we're
true.
hiding.
That's true.
This is just about pace. So someone roll a D100 for me, and we'll see.
I will roll the D100 because nobody's doing it.
I'm writing notes.
Nope. Okay, so just 2 today. Awesome. Yeah. So you move 1 hex, and you're about to kind of get out of Arendira's like protectorate, and then you come across a yuan-ti village, and you see it kind of in the distance. It's a bit of a ways away from the river. There's obviously some like docks and things.
Wait,
but
are we in the next day?
20 seconds.
Okay, I would have wanted to work on the next or whatever thing I was on with my mason tools, the figures.
What are you working on right now with that?
I thought you
What's
were
that?
working on more figures for people. You
I was.
finished. You finished Samuel's.
I did finish Samuel's.
You did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
gave
so.
it to me.
Yeah.
I haven't given it to him yet, but
Yeah, you should probably do that.
that's a whole
Um,
conversation. I don't even want to talk to Samuel right now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You don't want to talk
Yeah.
to anyone right now.
Samuel.
I think you were you working on Sabu's, or did you finish Sabu's?
I'm not sure if I started Sabu's or not.
Did you do Teppins?
Oh, that's who it was. I think
think you
you
did
finished Teppin's. I think you were
Teppin.
working on Sabu's now.
No, you made another figure of Toity.
Right.
No, that was at the very beginning.
Right. But then,
very
okay,
beginning.
but then you do Toity and then Teppin.
Have I done Teppin yet?
I don't think so. I don't
Yes.
have anything
Yeah.
like that in my.
I
I
haven't
could
done.
have swore you did.
I think I'm
Yeah, I
working
could have
on
sworn you did
Teppin.
too.
because I thought you gave it to him when you guys had that whole
I
confrontation.
thought
thing.
you did.
I don't have it in my. Items.
Let's do this. I'll go back through stuff and try to figure out that.
Okay.
But for now, we'll just make a roll and we can, retroactively apply that to whatever figurine
Okay.
you want to have been working on, just so I don't skip out of a roll. So,
Okay, and it's dexterity, right?
yeah, you can do it with dexterity if you want.
Is that what I usually do it with?
Dexterity or intelligence, whichever's better, is fine.
Well, considering I have a negative to intelligence.
Exactly. That's I think we switched to dexterity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you made good progress. So
Sweet.
we'll take note of that and figure out what figurine you're actually working on. So yeah, 22nd. You guys roll up to the yuan-ti village, and the woman. She didn't say a whole lot. She just kind of kept to herself, unless anyone went out of their way to try to talk to her or make her feel comfortable or whatever. Did anyone do that?
No, I'm having really awkward
Yeah.
tension with Sabu right now, and I don't know why.
And Teppin's just confused about all of this.
Yeah.
Darius is usually just
sad
confused.
and mad and
Yeah. So you guys get to the village, and the woman seems like relieved to see that it's not like under attack by undead like hers was. And she seems to kind of visibly relax, and she seems eager to like just get there and just be done with all of this. But yeah, what's your game plan? You don't really see a whole lot of people like on the dock. Maybe you like catch a glimpse of movement, and maybe you notice that there's someone on the dock. But you see that there's a village deeper into the jungle off the side of the river. So how do you want to approach all of that?
Did we establish if she knows any like specific people here, or just knows the village?
Just knows the village, yeah.
Can we roll like a luck roll to see if she actually does know maybe like one person? No.
Yeah. I'll roll real quick for her. Nope.
Okay.
She does not. Okay, yeah.
I
How do
guess
you
we
approach this?
just
So it's just
walk up and leave. I would say we leave the sailors again.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just keep them safe. Who do you want? Like, who's approaching? Like, in the...
Would it make more
party.
sense for me to approach them since I'm a native? Or would that just cause more problems since I'm also...
But you guys don't get along.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm
Tabaxi would be
also
an
a
enslaved
Tabaxi.
race, if anything. Yeah.
Um,
I'm not
Let's
actually
see.
sure which one would be better, an enslaved race or a foreign race that's not been enslaved yet.
Yeah.
because who all speaks the language?
Everybody, I think.
Does
Well,
everybody?
Well, they
no.
speak primordial, or
Oh,
most
okay.
of them do. Yeah.
But does Samuel and Sabu speak
No.
Primordial.
Hold up, Chief.
No.
How would Teppan have even overheard their conversation and understood what they were talking about?
Because he has,
has
the
the-
ring.
Oh,
of
that's right,
comprehend
that's right,
languages.
that's
I understand everything.
Just
Yeah.
can't speak everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Actually, wait.
He can telepathically speak into anyone's mind.
That's right. That's what it is. I was like, wait, no, I can't. How can I do this? I
Yeah,
don't
you
remember
just can't,
my
you just
own
can't speak the
character.
language out loud.
I mean, I think
I mean, we
Samuel
could-
and Sabu maybe
Do we
should
just
stay
leave
back
Samuel,
and
Sabu, and
protect
Clement?
they should protect the
Definitely
sailors.
Clement cannot come.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's creepy.
So just you four.
I would ask like the woman if she thinks there is a best way to
Approach the village.
approach that
Yeah.
is non-threatening.
She kind of just like shrugs or just kind of gives you a blank stare, really, and just says, "I don't really know." Like she's very unsure as to like how. Like I think she pretty much says it probably won't matter. Like you guys are
Okay.
like weird. You
We're
know,
all weird
foreign.
anyway, so
Yeah, so it's
we'll just go, but we have a safe woman and child that we saved, so
Yeah.
hopefully that gets us not immediately attacked.
okay. Yeah. So, you get stopped as you start to like enter the village by a couple of yuan-ti Malisons. So the ones with snake heads and human bodies. They have like these like curved swords, and they kind of step in front of you. They kind of flick their tongues, but you're not entirely sure if it's a nervous gesture or what, because it's a snake, so it's hard to read emotions. But one of them says, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" Just kind of bar your path. There's like a trail like leading further into the village, and they kind of stop you.
I guess that's me, since no one else is talking, and I have probably the better persuasion than many people.
I think Darius has the best, but yeah.
I have plus 15.
Oh, never mind. Probably Teppan
Oh,
has the
just
best.
kidding.
That's why I was asking, is it better for me to do it or not?
Probably, yeah.
Probably better, probably not.
Probably better.
Okay, then go right ahead.
Give me 1 second. I'm checking if this spell would be help or make things worse.
All
Don't
I know
cast a
is-
spell right now.
All I know is you don't want Ari making persuasion rolls for these
No.
people.
Yep.
Okay, it's just a single action from the looks of it. Never mind. I was gonna see about casting suggestion.
No.
I don't know. It wouldn't help
People
really.
don't like us.
It doesn't say they become hostile afterwards, but I don't think it would help. I'm trying to remember how much Teppan knows, because he knows the gist of it, right?
Just tell him that we saved this woman and we
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
drop her off at the next village.
Pretty much.
He's and the reason I don't know is Teppan's reluctant to do this. He's like, these are the people that have ruined
yeah.
my life,
If
and
it's
he's like,
taking that long for you to say something, I would just start talking.
I
because-
mean, I will say something. I'm just trying to think of what he would say. He
Yeah,
would.
so this
he
is
would-
this is Seth Stolly, not.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if Teppan was hesitating and then all of us are like looking at each other, that seems like very suspicious. So I would just start talking if he hesitates. So does he hesitate or not?
Well, here's the thing. I would not be the one initially putting myself out there. So if I was actually thinking the same thing, like if other people were hesitating, I'd just like, fine, I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I would just start talking then and say, we were traveling down the river and there was a village burning and we were able to save this woman and her child. So we were bringing her down to the next village for safety.
Okay, yeah, they kind of like glance at each other, and then says, "What did you say about your identity specifically? Just like
We were traveling
nothing.
down the
You're
river.
traveling down the river, yeah. Okay, yeah." And so he questions further on that, and he says, Again, I will ask, who are you? You are not merely travelers. I have not seen your kind in the vicinity.
Are they
I'm
seeming?
a tiefling. I don't really know like where if he's asking like that.
Well, what? I mean, you don't know.
So I was just like, I'm a tiefling.
Okay, so again, you're speaking in primordial. What
know if
word
there's
do
a
you use in a literal
word.
translation? Do you literally just say like demon spawn? Because that's what the literal translation of that would be.
Oh.
And that, can I tell that they're seeming a little hostile? Because they sound hostile.
They're not hostile necessarily. I mean, this is exactly the sort of thing that the guards at your village would have done back in the day, right? They're village people. They're wary of any outsider.
Jordan and I did at the exact same time.
Yay! Yes.
And I just we were here to originally explore, and now we're trying to stop the whole undead issues here. One of which is saving the villages when we see them attacked by the undead.
Why would you care? Who are you to be gallivanting about slaying undead? You have not
Because
answered a simple question.
where I'm from, that's not a question of whether you would help someone or not, even if you don't know them or their kind.
I mean, yeah, like you've legitimately
'Cause
run
that's-
up
I'm
against
just like, I
the
don't know what he's
moral
asking besides
system
that.
of the yuan-ti, right?
Yeah.
It does not compute for anyone to do anything that's not selfish.
And
'Cause it's a
I just
cultural
kind of like
construct.
look back at the woman to like see if she can vouch for us at all. Be like,
Did you mention to her at all about like recruiting? Did anyone say anything like that to her?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Okay, so I think
Everyone says-
she looks at the guards and says something like, I think she says something in yuan-ti. Does anyone know yuan-ti? Yeah. Okay. So Tefuma, you
Both of
hear,
us pointed.
yeah, you hear her say, basically something that translates as like, it's some sort of idiom, you guess, and basically it translates like, I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Basically, like she doesn't understand why you guys helped her, but it was that or like starve in the jungle, and so she did not question it, and she relates that in some sort of like cultural idiom to these guards, and then the guards kind of like
idiom
frown.
that clearly shows that we did her well. And we're treating her properly.
Basically, she's just kind of like saying, I don't understand either, but they did help me.
Right.
Would I understand? Okay, here's how do I word this? Would I know the proper like greeting for these guards? Like what the proper like?
Make a history check. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course you would. Yeah, you know, like the proper like etiquette for greeting someone in yuan-ti. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd probably like just at this point I'm just kind of like, oh, this is taking forever. Like I'd really like this is Tempest saying like I really don't want to talk to these freaking snake people. I much preferred when we were stabbing them, but if I have to do this,
You're gonna do it right.
so be it.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna kind of come up and just kind of give the greeting of whatever is like my sirs or something that's like, these are people from a faraway world. Forgive them for not understanding. And I'll probably be talking to them in.
Do you actually know how to speak yuan-ti?
I do. It's in my languages. I might speak to them in that just because it shows.
Yeah.
And in fact, I might just say like, I might just kind of say like, give me a moment, and I'll just kind of start talking to him in yuan-ti. Say like, actually, wait a second. No, I don't have that spell. I'll try to come and like, so my sirs, like, forgive these people. They are not familiar with the culture of the area. These are people from a faraway land, and they have come here initially seeking treasures, but now seek for the, what's the word I'm looking for? The freedom of our land. You've obviously heard of the recent passing of
Arendira.
Arendira. Well, it turns out it is because of
Mazayol.
Mazayol. Thank you, guys. Tevin would know these names. I don't remember. It is because of the dread of Mazayol. He has been, I guess you could say, infected by a demonic power, and they are here now looking for help for people to take down this before it destroys the land.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
And I didn't understand any of it to tell him to not go into that for just trying to enter a village.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to make you guys look good, essentially. It's
Right,
like, hey,
so-
these are like these really powerful people who are here to like try and save our land.
Okay, so I think so. In because
Tactfully
you're
avoiding the part that we tried to kill Arendira ourselves.
No,
Yes.
I didn't say that because
Right,
I know.
exactly.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
she's
saying.
saying.
Tactfully
Yeah.
avoiding.
So yeah. Okay.
I made it sound like, hey, they're trying to take down the people who took down one of the people that you really liked, that
Yeah.
I really hated.
Exactly. Yeah. So, because you're speaking this in yuan-ti and you got a 21 in your history, to like understand the etiquette here. Basically, what you're saying to them, one, I think you referred to them when you said like sirs. The actual like translation in yuan-ti, you were basically saying like we who are equals. It's a sign of respect among yuan-ti. Mainly because it's all about power dynamics. And so at the very, like, you wouldn't want to say like you're my superior because you don't want to, that would kind of lower their respect of you. But you kind of present yourselves as equals. And then when you describe these people, right, when you describe Raya, Ari, Darius, and them, right, and you explain their quest, I think you use the word basically that means like ascended ones, right? So to mean like someone who has climbed the ladder and basically kind of set them up in whatever, in the cultural context here for them as like rivals to Mazayol. And basically when you say like, they're gonna like save the land, basically what you're implying in yuan-ti, given the cultural context, is they will be better masters than Mazayol. Right?
Because we're still in the area of Arendira,
Yes,
aren't we?
you're still in
Yeah,
Arendira's
yeah.
protectorate. So basically you're saying, Arendira died, so that's why bad things are happening. But don't worry, we have other people who are just as powerful as Arendira who are going to make sure that you don't, that are going to give you the chance to climb the social ladder if you just, admit that they are superior. That's kind of like, there's a whole bunch of like cultural baggage in all of the words you're saying here because of the particular way yuan-ti, the language is. So make a persuasion test and we'll see how that goes across.
Another 21.
Wow, 32, and it wasn't even a crit on the 7. Wow, on the other side of that, that's crazy. Yeah, so 21, still really good.
That was a 6.
That's crazy, dude. So
I just might
That's
as well throw away
disgusting.
Darius now because
It is
there's no
disgusting, I
point
love
for
it.
him anymore.
so you say that, and they get across from it exactly what you want them to get across from it, and you can tell in their eyes that they are definitely scared, right, of what is happening, of like, the undead roaming around. They obviously knew that something was wrong with Arendira's protectorate, but they didn't necessarily know what. And so they kind of look at each other again, and then they quickly like gesture and say, say something along the lines of in primordial, like, come with us, we will bring you to our ascended one. Right? So, and that's, leads you further into the village. And with that, let's go ahead and take our first break. And then we can come back and have a conversation with the yuan-ti village, try to get them to your side. We'll see how this goes.
Good job,
When we return,
Pepin! Yay!
When we return on Terra Nullius, stick around.
Raya now views Tepin as useful.